operation. It's going to fix your roof and then bolt to the next town to fix some more. No,
fix the roof and bolt to the next town.
They're going to keep tabs on you like they're still doing for me, making sure everything is good to go. kpostcompany.com and an authorized Tesla solar roof installer. If you're looking to get energy independence, you can go and get one of those Tesla solar roofs from K-Post. kpostcompany.com. Letter K, postcompany.com or 972-945-9975 to Lamar J. Chopper for the Fan Center.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose loose stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could be having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Fashion is your thing? eBay is it. eBay's where I find all my favorites, from handbags to iconic streetwear, all authenticated. For real. This time, a little Supreme, some Gucci. I even have that vintage Prada on my watch list. That's why eBay's my go-to for all my go-tos. Yeah, eBay. The place for new, pre-loved, vintage, and rare fashion. eBay. Things people love.
Let's face it, nowadays most companies have to rely on dozens of expensive, disconnected platforms to run their business. And even then, things can get a little, well, stressful. But with Odoo's all-in-one management software, packed with a suite of fully integrated business applications, every process is streamlined. Tasks are automated, and success is just a few clicks away. See how Odoo can take your business to the next level at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
You got a coordinator, bro.
Football? Well, you are now, thanks to Ticketmaster.
Yeah, she just knows
As the
what
official
coordinator,
ticket
and then I'm
marketplace
gonna
of the
talk to
NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score 100% verified resale tickets for every Cowboys game. And even if your plans get broken up, or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. Score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Cowboys.
Star World Casino Resort is the casino of the Dallas Cowboys. And with over 10,000 of your favorite games, we're the place for you to be a star. Experience the ultimate in luxury at WinStar, where the opulent WinStar Spa, 36 world-class golf holes, and top-notch entertainers combine to offer you the star treatment you truly deserve.
Your heating and cooling systems are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you.
Oh, man. I got to go with the Chiefs. They're struggling, but I got to go with the Chiefs. Buccaneers, they lost Godwin. Godwin is one of the really good, I mean, they lost that 1-2 punch, Evans and Godwin, so yeah. I think that's going to be hard for them to recover. It's like Detroit losing Jameson. But you got another good running back, like I said, he's going to get more carries on the offensive side of the ball. Yeah, I got to go with the Chiefs. Mahomes. Who are you picking?
With the call that made it 14-3. I believe that was the Trayvon Diggs wheel route, as Diggs was in coverage for both of Kirk Cousins' first touchdown passes. Cowboys lose on this radio station. Sean, RJ, and Bobby on a Cowboys Monday here on 105.3 The Fan. We're about to be joined by Nick Eatman from DallasCowboys.com. First, Mike McCarthy after the loss.
Well, I mean, we just really got to keep the focus there on it, and I felt like we were doing that coming into this game. We needed to win a game. I mean, you know, I know what everybody wants to talk about, you know, long term. We have 5 losses, you know, so I clearly understand where that puts us.
You got 5 losses.
As far as what it will take, but you know, we got to get to winning. You know, we're making too many self-inflicted wounds, and the disappointing part about it is, you know, some are repeated. The pre-snap penalties are totally unacceptable. You know, we came in here, you know, wanted to go no huddle or up tempo, turbo on the ball type things. You see in the first series it was effective, and then I wish we'd have got more to it. But the only thing that really slowed us down was ourselves today.
Nick Eatman joining us on the DNMAC hotline from DallasCowboys.com. We managed to get 4 different answers to this question. Your number one head-scratching moment of the game yesterday was what?
The fact that they keep, like McCarthy just said, I think that they just keep hurting themselves and shooting themselves in the foot. It's the preparation. The preparation just hasn't been there all year long, and so that's been a major problem for this team. They don't score early in the games, and we know they're going to fight back. I mean, that's great. They do fight back.
Sure, but again, Bucks are missing Godwin.
They're just getting down.
Godwin's always the go-to guy for Godwin and Evans, but now they can double team. They can't double team. They can double team Evans now because you don't have to worry about Godwin. But when you can't double team one of those guys with that safety, it makes life a lot. Now one guy's out, so we can double team this guy all day. Matter of fact, we can worry about we can put 5 in the box. Or 7 and 6 in the box and put 5 on the backside. And we want them to run the ball. We don't want them throwing the ball. So, they got a little more stressful for the defensive coordinator for Tampa now. Offensive coordinator. These are his guys.
They can't sustain anything early in the game. They're not coming out. It doesn't matter if they take the ball or not. Teams aren't. The Cowboys are not getting the ball, going down the field, scoring, and kind of playing downhill. They're always playing uphill. So I think that's just been a big problem all year long, and it happened against Sunday.
Nick, they've got 5 losses now. The first 4 of the season, I felt like they all had a different energy about them in terms of the tone from the players afterwards, where sometimes there's anger.
Hey, it's 50. Yeah, they make the 53-man roster, so they got something. We'll see how good their drafting is. We'll find out tonight. Somebody gets an opportunity to play. Take advantage of it.
And this was a game that really took a toll on just morale for them.
Not really. No, I didn't. I didn't take that. I think if you're talking about Dak did look that way a little bit. He was, and I think he's a little bit worried about what's going to happen if he's going to be able to play next week. Anytime you get pulled from the game, that early, and I know this is the 4th quarter, but to the point of, all right, you can't come back. You wonder how long that's going to be. So I could see it from him, but not really from some of the other players. I don't know. Maybe it was just like, were you there with Jerry? Jerry made it sound like, they got a lot of season left, and they're going to keep fighting, and they're going to actually build on it and all that kind of stuff. But from the players' standpoint, I think the players were appreciative of what Jerry said, but I didn't get the sense of that much, maybe from Dak, but maybe not for the rest of the guys.
Nick Eatman joined us here at 105 through the Fan. So, yeah, maybe the morale may not be where Bobby thinks it is. Obviously, you're saying that, but does it not seem when they have so many procedure penalties and stuff that is just them tuning out during the week and they're just basically not doing what they should be?
I think you could say that. I've said it several times that, you lose during the week, and I think that that's what's happening with this team a lot. And also, they're not all young players. Some of them are young players, and when you're thinking a lot, you're doing a lot of thinking. You're not reacting like you should. And I think that you see that some, but it's just one thing after another. And it's 12 men in the huddle here, or a false start, or illegal procedure, or just whatever it is. Missing blocks. And it's not just Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton is definitely struggling, but if you look, Tyler Smith had a couple of mishaps at the game, and we know Zach Martin has as well. So those are the guys that have been counting on. And when it's the entire offensive line, it's just when you can't get the line, blocking. The running game's not there. Obviously, Dak and Cooper Rush, whoever's running for their life. So, I definitely think it starts to the line. But the preparation, like you said, RJ, it is something that has just not been good all year long for this team.
Nick Eatman joining us, brought to you by the WinStar World Casino and Resort, proud to be the official casino of the Dallas Cowboys. Please game responsibly. What are you feeling about these Dak and Lamb timelines?
I honestly, I know that there's MRIs, and so I don't honestly have, I don't know what would be. It always feels like when a guy comes back in the game that he, he should be fine for the next game. Maybe not fine, because you're obviously dealing with a lot of with pain, but it's encouraging the way he CD plays through it. But they're still going to be smart with it. If it doesn't make sense for him to go out and play with a shoulder injury, I'm sure he wouldn't. But I would think it would be close to playing this week if maybe just missed one if he had to. Dak, it'll just have to start. It'll come down to the MRI. And again, I don't know that. But if there's something significant there, then it could be a few weeks.
Would you start Rush or Lance if Dak can't go this week?
No, Cooper. I start Cooper Rush for sure. Now, I'll say this. If you want to get some element of running in there, let's say Dak doesn't play, then I do think I could see a scenario of maybe two quarterbacks playing at certain times in the game. I don't think they're ever going to take Dak off the field for Trey Lance or whatever, but if you get into goal line situations, plays like that, I would be fine. If say, Cooper Rush is your guy, you want him to drive the bus, manage the game, all that good stuff. I could see, packages where you would maybe, play Trey Lance in that scenario. If that happens, again, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves, but I would definitely start Rush, but I wouldn't be opposed to playing the second quarterback there if you had to at certain times.
Nick, what happened with Ezekiel Elliott?
I think, wow, Bobby. You guys have been on the air for 3 hours. Why are you throwing it to me? No, I'm just kidding. I just think it's a combination of things that there's been reports out there of missed meetings and things like that. And you ask some people about it, and I did. I asked several people, and I kind of got different smirks and looks and, shut up, Nick, that kind of stuff. But I do think, it was just a combination of not handling things the right way, not liking the role that he was in at the time, and probably and definitely didn't like the fact that he wasn't going to play. So I just think the Cowboys, said for him, for us, for everybody, let's not have him travel, and that's a pretty significant thing when you think about what they do with the travel. They have 17 guys on the practice squad, and everyone travels.